Houston Astros been quiet.
Ish.
Um, it's been crickets as far as trade deadline.
But our name is popping up on a lot of players' rumors list. That's
Yeah.
kind of a good thing.
Dana Brown did say it, it's a lot of buyers in a seller's market, which means the competition is very high. Our farm system is not the best.
Not the best,
Um,
but I also don't care about it.
yeah, and he did say he's like he really doesn't want to trade anybody from the major league roster. So that
Mm.
kind of points at Chaz, Jake, right?
Nah, it could be bullshit
Yeah,
also.
yeah. And then he said that nobody's untouchable in the farm. So Pedro Leon, all those guys, like
I just feel like, and maybe it's a panic move on my thought process, but like what the Mariners did and what the Yankees did, we have to get a pitcher. Like that's of most importance to us. You sure that up, and you should still be better than those teams.
yeah, because the
But
teams are
does it
they.
feel like since they made a splash move, you have to really try to get a big name pitcher?
I would say usually no, but with all the injuries and the uncertainty, yes.
Right? Does it feel
'Cause
that way?
you're looking at it, breaking it down. I mean, like just looking at the Dodgers series, Eric Getty, he's either hot or he's cold. I mean, at his age, it's tough. Ronel Blanco looks like he's kind of hitting that wall of tiredism. Like he led the team, and now he's kind of like,
But he pitched good yesterday. Now I think he. No, what happened is he kind of balanced himself out to what he is.
yeah,
Like he was doing so good, it's just not realistic to expect him to stay there,
yeah,
and he kind of played his way into his natural what he is, but which is still really good. Like he's a
yeah,
starter for us, no matter
yeah.
what.
No, yeah, he's great quality starter. Framber, as much as I don't like the dude, he's doing well. Um, so now it's just the question of Luis, Verlander. What are they going to add when they come back? Hunter Brown's still doing his thing. Like I just feel like if you get a bigger name as a pitcher, it's going to help you because then you have that going into the next season also, and you
Hmm.
have that for the playoffs and all that. It's another trusted arm that helps that bullpen not be so taxed when it comes into.
I don't want to overreact for a pitcher, so I think what I would do is let everybody call the White Sox on crochet, and I'm gonna call the Tigers. And the first thing I'm gonna do is see what they would want for Scooble, because like to me that would be a for sure playoff win. Like,
Yeah,
and it that'll just cost us a shit ton. To be honest with you, it'd be worth it to me because that's the kind of move that Houston does at the deadline on the years we win. So like, if they would be willing to miss shop Scooble, I would see what they want. But worst case scenario, get Flaherty because I think that he's good enough to eat up innings and not give up runs, and I want that in the playoffs. Especially if Verlander comes back and is 80% of what we think he is. I got to get Erick Fedde out of that starting lineup, that rotation going into the playoffs. No disrespect to him, but I can't do it because he
no,
goes from doing really really well to fuck I fucked up, and then there's about 10 pitches after that first mistake where he's like, oh shit, don't give the game up right here.
he usually almost does, where
Yes.
you're digging yourself out of the hole. I mean, if we get a quality arm as a starting pitcher, I mean, one pretty much I think we definitely need. Two, that's me being greedy, but
I don't
uh,
think it's being greedy at all. I think it's preventative maintenance.
yeah, because then you think about it, and like you said, Arrighetti goes to the. I mean, looking long wise, Arrighetti will then go to the bullpen. That's another arm to add into it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else will go. I mean, you get those 1 to 2 pitchers, Framber, Ronel. That's 3 to 4 great pitchers right there for a playoff series.
Well, I mean,
Hunter
hopefully
Brown.
that's what I'm saying. Hunter will be four. Like if you bring Flaherty in, He's not going to cost you a ton. He's probably going to be kind of productive, and it kind of will like not. It'll be like what JP France was giving us a little bit. There was like a certainty with him last year that helped us, and I want that back.
It reminds me of like it's just a consistency. Like Jordan Montgomery for the Rangers last year, he was consistent.
Hmm.
There's certain players, especially like they're not like off the charts. Like
Yeah, because you don't know what Verlander's going to give you. I
yeah,
can't risk two pitchers not knowing what they got this week.
yeah, and that's where I'm like, all right, if I can get a starting pitcher, a quality starting pitcher, two, awesome. One, okay, I'll take it at this point, but I need consistency. I need to be like, dang, that dude can give me 5 innings right there. Cool. Or,
Yes,
and that's what I want because right
that
now,
I would almost dare say like Erick Fedde might go back down to the minors if you bring in another pitcher. Because like, what do you do with Bloss? I
true.
kind of like the kid, but then I also wonder is like, are you? Should we send you down?
I think so to get more playing time because especially whenever you get to the playoffs and your roster opens up more and
If you're a
all that.
spotter and you're doing a playoff roster right now, who do you put on it? Do you put Bloss or do you put Luis Garcia? It's hard to say because you don't know what Luis is going to do, but
Right.
like the knowledgeable Astros fan will tell you that it should be Luis. You know what I mean?
Depending on how he looks in these rehabs, I may do Gloss for like the first series and then him second. But then it's like I do want him to get live action hit.
Well,
So,
my thing is like when you're doing the playoff, like you're kind of expecting the same thing from like Luis, Bloss, Eric Getty. It's like I don't need all three of y'all.
yeah,
So by bringing in another pitcher, it's gonna create that like middle of the bullpen kind of logjam.
yeah.
That's a good problem to have. I ain't gonna hate on that.
I mean, barring all the damn injuries we have, like at that position, it's the fact that you're in first of the AL West right now. You're competing to keep it. You hopefully get a pitcher here or there. And I mean, it's what Tuesday's the deadline. I think as we get closer is when we'll probably pull the trigger on a trade.
Gut feeling: does the first baseman get traded to Houston?
Yes. Actually, after today's game, no, I don't think so.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, the weekend makes me feel like no because Singleton hit.
I feel like there's enough on the team that they'll use resources to get pitching more than anything. Now, if there's a guy available that we don't know about, then they may get one, but I don't think it's going to be like Guerrero, which I don't want
No,
anyway.
yeah. If they do a trade like that, I'm gonna be pissed off
Yeah,
because that's like unnecessary.
like we already got rid of Abreu, which was kind of unorthodox when we signed him. Like, so I'm cool with doing what we usually do, getting pitchers to add to
Yes,
that rotation of what we already have. And I said, I mean, in the end,
we're gonna
you
get
know,
Tucker back at some point. That's like making a trade.
oh, definitely, because I mean, we keep forgetting like he's not there right now. So it's one of those things where I do think a trade's going to happen. I know Astro fans are very upset because you look at the league and everybody's making trades around you. In the NL, there's so many trades. The AL, Yankees, Mariners above you, they got cold
It's
dudes.
so funny to me because like the Mariners trade is amazing. Like if there's two people that Astros hate, it's a Rosarena and J Rod, and now they're playing by side. That was a dope ass trade. But like I laugh at the Yankees for the Chisholm trade. It's like that's all that star power you got over there. You still got to do shit like this. Still need a third baseman. You should have got a third baseman, dummies.
I know. It's like he can't play third. And it's one of those things like I feel like if you stay pat, you're going to have another situation where it's probably Astros versus Mariners, and I don't feel comfortable like last year where it was Astros versus Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
because the Rangers win.
I'll never worry about the Mariners, and I don't like as long as full four is gonna grab a bat on that day. I don't worry about the Mariners.
Yeah. No, he
You're,
fucking shows up against them, but they just got a guy that shows up also. So that's what the problem where I'm like, all right, I need something to I need to start matching some stuff up. Like, all right, you got a cold ace, like, all right, that's cool, but like I need to match some shit up too. Like, can your
that's why we
pitching
need pitching.
yeah.
Another starter, bro. Just somebody who could go through a lineup 2 times. Can you go through a lineup 2 times in the playoffs? If you
Yeah.
are, you're our best fucking friend. Do you have
Well,
an emphasis on which hand they throw it? Do you want a lefty, righty? Don't matter.
I don't really matter at this point. Like I just want a quality starter, but I mean if I can get a lefty, it's always a fun thing. But at this point I'll take a I'll take a pitcher. You want to give me two? I'll take two of them and all that stuff.
It's so funny because like there already feels like the Astros are playing a lot of playoff games, like the comeback shit we did against the Dodgers, like those games like that. It feels like the intensity is already playoff season for us, and I was like, oh, this is familiar to us, and that's good for like La Profito and Cabbage and those fools.
And that's another thing where it's like no offense with Dana saying, "Oh, nobody on major is getting traded." Cabbage and Loperfido can ball,
Yes,
so I get it. Jake and Chaz, great guys. They play defense well and all that stuff. But are about to have a logjam of four guys fighting for to two spots because when Tucker comes back, he's taking that spot.
I'm just saying, like, I think that we overhyped Jake a little bit because he had highlights. Like, you watch your motherfucker's numbers and it's like, bitch, you're batting 220. Like, what's going on here? Like, they acted like he was batting 280.
Well, at one point he was one of the hottest ones. Remember, I was like Jake for All Star, and then just kept going down the whole way. And this is the Jake, like you said, with Ronel. He got to where he's at, and
Yeah,
it's
but
like
my
your
point is, like,
defense is
Jake was
great.
doing so good, people were like, oh, you can't even talk about trading him now. And I was like, bullshit. Trade him before people figure out it was a fluke. Do it.
Like, remember when we traded Jose Siri and people were
Yep.
so mad? And it's like, bro, where's he at? He's still. I mean, oh, he'll hit a home run, double decker, and then nothing for
Fight
7 games.
somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like trade him. Like, I wish him the best as long as not against us. I mean, we always trade outfielders. Tony Kemp, like
Yes.
freaking. There's so many people we always trade. Like,
Abraham. Abraham Toro. Uh,
uh,
the other little white boy we left in Seattle.
freaking. What was it? The one we just lost? It what? Jolts, right?
Oh, Corey Jolts.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we
Oh, we
designated
let him
him
go.
to yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's just like, come on, like I need Maldi on the team just to fight people.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I feel
I
like
don't.
they would have done that already.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for trades to make a roster spot open.
It doesn't fucking help though that our two catchers are hitting the fucking leather off the ball though.
Yeah, just keep them in there. I just want you in there to
Yeah, the
fight.
last thing they're thinking of was like, let's go get a catcher.
Well, we trade one.
All right, this is the bat that we waited for Jordan. I'll give him that. Like, uh, damn, dude is crushing the ball right now. He's hitting it
That's a bad man right there.
with the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, as far left field, bro. Yeah, you can DH. It's a nice pricey DH. I'm cool with that. Because, like you said, against Seattle, that boy don't miss.
That motherfucker don't miss.
He gonna be he's public enemy over there for sure. Like
Actually, we have quite a few hot bats if you think about it.
Bregman or
Like
even
Yonner, Jordan, Singleton had a good ass Dodger series. He was hitting the ball hard, hard, hard. Uh, Myers didn't do too much.
yeah, guys are stepping up.
See, like actually, I think that right now I would give La Perfido like 2 weeks off. He looked tired to me. When I seen him play today, I was like, all right, you ran out of energy a little bit. Like, go recharge. and I would play Jake and Chaz more
So
and
you trade
Cabbage.
one.
Or trade one. Like I'm saying, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think we're gonna like the what would happen because I think it'd be Chaz to go first. But whatever.
But that's the question. Would you? And I'll ask it as a poll. Would you trade Chaz McCormick for a pitcher?
At 100%.
It's like you're at a position that I'm backloaded in with talent that can play. If you're not, if Loper Fito's my future, also, I mean, bro, you're gonna be the odd man out at some point. Kyle Tucker, Loper Fito, Jordan. Somebody's gonna take his spot when he's DHing. You're gonna be They're gonna be one to two guys odd man out for sure. Trey Cabot is a cheap person out there also, so it's like
I just say like I really don't think that people want Jake Myers
no,
like we think they do. Not that he's that bad, but I also don't think people see a lot of value to him. Like
yeah,
if you had like they would go over Loperfido or fucking Cabbage over Myers probably. But like there's something about Chaz. If he could turn around and be what he was like last year in the playoff World Series run, I think people see value in that and they'll take a risk. That's why I think Chaz will be the first one.
and it's like one of those things. All right, if I can give Jacob for a pitcher that, but it's a starting pitcher, or I can give Chaz up for a better quality pitcher. I'm gonna give Chaz up. I'm gonna get this guy.
What if they told you they wanted Chaz and a pitcher for a pitcher?
I'll give him Chaz and Lance or Chaz and
No, it's not gonna be that simple. They're gonna want like Chaz and like.
Blas.
See, I would rather give them Eric Getty.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I mean, if it's the quality of the pitcher, is it
True.
what we're getting? Like if I'll use like an instance, the hottest name that people are talking about, which I don't think we're gonna get him, is like Blake Snell. Like if they were like, oh, well, no, I'm just saying like because he's doing so hot right now that a lot of people are like, oh, I want him because he's the hottest pitcher that's probably on the trade mark. But like I understand they're gonna want more for him in that sense of it. So it's like, all right, cool.
The only way I would make that trade is if they took Verlander.
Yeah.
Get me out of. I'll take his 2 years for this 1 year, and that's it. Like I'm getting you out of this contract, but I could use him. Like if that's the kind of trade, I would do it.
What if they're like, we'll take Montero?
Okay.
Because I know they've been shipping his contract around, and it's like I know nobody.
I'm not gonna argue with that. Like I'm
I need
getting
one
the
of
starter I need. But I'm gonna tell you what. Like going into the playoffs, I have reservations about Blake Snell. Like I don't think I could ever comfortably go into a game with him as my starter and know definitively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I barely have definitive and like confidence in Framber saying this guy's worse like to me than that.
Well, it's because I used to have it in Verlander. I always said if Verlander pitched in the playoffs, it was a win, and I don't feel that way anymore.
No, I don't feel that way with none of our pitchers though. Like
None of them, bro. That's the thing is, can we get one pitcher that'll make me feel that again? You remember how it felt when you had Garrett Cole and Justin Verlander, and you're like, I know what 2 games we're gonna win for sure, and if we can get you in 2 games this series, we're Gucci.
Yeah, it's like 1 and 2, those are wins. We got it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you had the Dallas Keuchel games where it's like we're gonna win this, and then it's like we just got our butts whooped off.
Yeah, that's why I think we need to overreact and get a big name pitcher.
Yeah, I'll take a big name pitcher and then a quality pitcher if I can.
I think if you can get a good enough pitcher, like solid starter, that you have enough arm talent there to figure out your bullpen. You know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna go where. I think Espada could do that.
Look, I'll give somebody Pedro Leon for a pitcher because that's a log jam also.
True.
He's not going to be called up, so you might as well get something for him.
Yeah, I'll trade Greg Kessinger if they want him. I'll trade Singleton if they want him.
Packing your
I
bag.
feel like this. I am only truly loyal to 3 players: Altuve, Jordan, and Bregman. Like
Yeah,
everybody else, I will shop. Like I really would.
yeah. No, I agree. Well, when this video comes out, with our luck, this video is gonna come out in the morning, and there's gonna be a trade.
And then none of
But
this shit's gonna make. It's gonna make even less sense.
yeah, I said, but that's why it's going out tonight.
Sweet.
But if you made it to this point, like, subscribe, check the poll out. I want to know if y'all want to trade. If y'all would trade Chad McCormick, we'll see how that goes. Um,
Do it.
other than that, hopefully we get a pitcher. Hopefully we make a trade. If we don't make any trades, I might be a little upset.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
There's no reason that should happen. You make the bullshit trade if you have to.
yeah. Go bargain bin shopping or something. Do something.
I'm trying to tell you, you trade anybody. You trade Yonner, not Yonner. Aletmus Diaz, just because it's like you know what, we don't need you after all. Let me trade you.
Salazar, come on down, bro. We're trading our fifth, our bullpen catcher.
Who's that pitcher we just drafted? You're traded to. I don't know why, but somebody gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta do something. All right, Astro fans. Hopefully we have some trades. Dana Brown, do your thing. I know you're working the phone. It's all good. Much love, Houston. We're out.